So everybody loves Batman, the Spider-Man train scene. My boys here at the Escape podcast, I always watch them and talk about them. I have no one else to talk to, but we're gonna talk about it. Dude with not a hat. I gotta know these guys' names someday. He's obsessed with Amazing Spider-Man 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think I do. People will hate me, but I'll say my piece later. Let's just watch.
I don't think it's the best scene in that movie.
Name something more iconic from a superhero movie than the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire train fight and him doing this and them fighting on top.
So I think when we're talking about moments, there could be like one line delivered and that's a cool moment. But I think he's trying to put into context a whole thing about it. Like, you know, he stops the train and then the fight is good. From the fight, he falls to save the train, and then he's throwing the people. I mean, you could look at logistics of like those people are dying, getting thrown into the web, but it's a superhero movie, so we let it go. But you know, he stops the train and is with all his strength and takes all out of him, and they carry him, and you know, he doesn't have the mask on, and it's a really good moment, and it's good. But he's saying it's the most iconic moment in movie history for superheroes. So we're gonna hear a little bit more.
Iconic is what we're going off of? The snap.
I legitimately, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I disagree completely here. I do not think the train sequence is nearly as iconic as you think it is.
I think it's different from iconic to best scene ever. Like, iconic scene, you could just say I am Iron Man. That's iconic. Batman 89. Who are you, man? I'm Batman. Like, iconic scene. Moment, whatever you want to call it. But I think he's putting together a scene. If you want to count maybe Tony's snap, with him dying to the point where everyone gets dusted, to the point where everyone runs up to him and, you know, it's sad. Peter is telling him, like, we want Mr. Stark, and Rhodes tries to talk to him, and, you know, you get, just like the Spider-Man, when you get emotional payoff, I could see that. If him saying just a moment of the snap with Thanos, dusting everyone, I don't know if I would put that under like, oh my gosh, this is the moment. I do have ones written down, but I'm gonna let them finish and we'll go off a little bit what I'm thinking and what I think are up in my tops. I don't think people are gonna like in my tops though, to be honest with you, but I'll get to them.
No Way Home is more iconic. All three of them is more iconic.
No.
That's kind of hard.
I don't think that's
How
true.
big of a deal do you think this train sequence is? How much money do you think this movie made?
I think people who haven't seen superhero movies and don't care about superhero movies can have seen clips and stuff of the...
And they also know the Oscar-winning performance, which is Heath Ledger's Joker. More iconic.
Sure, that's a good one. I'll give you that.
Okay, but you won't give me the snap from an...
So that's a different point too, is are you going off of non-superhero fans? Because superhero fans are going to be a little more critical, like myself, movie fans like me, superhero fans like me. But now, someone off the street, would they see the Spider-Man scene and think it's cool? They might not have the emotional aspect of it, of him. It's cool that he stopped the train and he fought Doc Ock, but not the emotion of him being carried like Jesus in a way, and the fact that he's unmasked and this whole crowd sees him and little kids walk up and say, we won't tell anyone, you know, it's all like a sweet put together scene. You show the I am Iron Man snap to somebody, they might not understand all the consequences and the sacrifice he made and what all led up to this. So someone showing that off the street, I think it's a little different. So I understand that, talking about a non-fan. And it depends what they like too. Do they like quips, like a quick saying? You know, like for me in Batman Begins, you know, when Roz tells Batman basically, you won't kill me, and he's like, you know, but I don't have to save you, and that was just cold-blooded and sick, like ice in the veins, Batman. Like it was a dope line. So I mean, someone that doesn't watch superhero movies where they thought that line was dope and it killed, is that a good scene? But I'm talking about like these moments that this guy loves Spider-Man, and this is probably his favorite superhero scene ever. So we're going off of that. That's what we're going off of. Not people off the street, because it's hard. I don't know if people would just go off a simple line or think I am Iron Man's cool just because the fact that he's I am Iron Man. I mean, I don't know. Wolverine, you know, going berserk in X2, which I didn't think he did crazy enough. I thought they said a long time ago, like, he's gonna get crazy in this, and now you watch it, you're like, no, he gets crazier in Old Man Logan than this, and he's like dying in Old Man Logan. But yeah, there's just things, and like Old Man Logan's a great movie, but there's no like scenes that are like, oh my god, this is such a good scene altogether. But let's hear the rest, and then I'll get into mine.
Infinity War? You won't give me the portal scene from Endgame?
Look, I am the biggest glazer of the portal scene on the planet.
That is more iconic. More people have seen that. There's no question about it. That movie made $3 billion. Spider-Man 2 made $800 million. Or something like that. Let me look it up. This is nostalgia going on right now. Spider-Man 2 in 2004 gave...
And also I think we got to look at as well that, like, not just bigger and not just more expensive. Because we don't... I mean... Endgame wins that. Far From Home wins that. They have great moments, but if you're going to count how big a scale, how much money they made, how much it cost to make it, we can't really look at that as what makes it a scene. This is supposed to be from the heart of a comic fan and a movie fan and getting what you like and getting that moment. Because I can even tell you real quick, like just a quick moment for me. Peter getting goosebumps on the bus, like gave me goosebumps. I thought it was sick for us to finally see like a spider sense happen. That was a moment where I'm like, ooh, get them chills. I even get them right now thinking about it. Like that's, you know, a part in Patterson's. He's been the crap out of the dude, and then he just like sits up and they're like, what are you? And he just says vengeance. It's just sick. It's for a superhero movie guy. That's just sick. But again, it's like we get these things that like will get us, you know, and they're like cool moments, but to say the best scene of all time, it's just really rough. And again, you can't look at it with money, what money got put in and what money it made. And
it grossed $797 million.
I'm just saying. Sure, I'll give you those two. There you go.
So you give me both Avengers.
Yeah.
You'll give me Heath Ledger's Joker.
Well, what both Avengers?
Endgame, Infinity War. So give me the snap and give me the portal scene.
I think Tony Snap.
Give me Heath Ledger's Joker. I'm going to keep going here.
I think Tony Snap was a better scene with emotion and all that. As far as a moviegoer or superhero fan watching that scene play out, if you're counting the snap to everyone disappearing to them running up to Tony as a whole, I think that one was bigger. Thanos's is tragic, crazy, where he snaps, telling Thor should have went for the head. We see everybody disappearing and ends with basically everyone with their hands up, like what's going on. So I think that snap isn't as mind-blowing as a movie scene compared to I Am Iron Man snapping scene. Just my opinion.
No Way Home portal scene, No Way Home Statue of Liberty are both on there.
And you don't think that is...
It's not recency bias, it's just like sheer
this isn't nostalgia.
All right, let me do something from 2012. Bane's voice is more iconic.
That is a different perspective. That's like what's more known. Do people know who played Doc Ock, right? If I ask a common guy in the street that may have a little bit taste in superheroes or superhero movies, he probably won't know Alfred Molina. But if I say, do you know what Bane sounded like in the Nolan movies? You'd be like, yes, I do. And it's like, that's more iconic to the point of like, it's iconic because of a different reason. It shouldn't be iconic for that reason. But it is iconic. It's known for that. Batman, Bale's yelling voice, screaming, you know, where is she, is iconic. Because it's iconic doesn't exactly mean a good thing. It's almost like notorious. It's like, I guess I shouldn't say that because iconic, yeah, it's supposed to be a good thing. I don't know how you put it, but we remember these things as certain things, and just I don't think Bane's voice should even be in the talk.
I don't have like a specific Bane scene, but people talk like this all the time.
I don't think it's more iconic. I think it's more of a meme. Spider-Man 2 train fight is like the superhero scene.
You could argue with me that it's better. I'm not going to argue with you that it's more iconic than like a bunch of stuff.
So that's my thing. Is
the trade fight is potentially
it's brought up a great idea, and again, props to these guys. They always have good talks and let me bounce off what they're talking about. I definitely think there's better scenes. But again, I think it depends on who you like. He likes Spider-Man a lot. Spider-Man's like the superhero. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. I have my own favorite superhero. I have my, 5th favorite, my 10th favorite, my favorite woman superhero, my favorite team, whatever. But when it comes out who's the best superhero ever, it's Spider-Man. He's just the example of what's good and the balance of being a good person and doing the right things and not crossing the line, and just what we all should aspire to be. I'm sorry, it's you could go the same with Superman, but Superman's a little more stretched. He's not, he's super strong and he gets off a little easier than Spider-Man. It's just, you could go in a whole argument. I don't care that Spider-Man, I get it. So Spider-Man's your favorite guy. You could definitely go with this, but I'm surprised he didn't go with the No Way Home. Just the whole Statue of Liberty scene, and then them piling up. I don't know if you count that all as a scene together, where they're all piling up talking. That scene of them talking is great. I don't know if they improv some of it, but it was just really good. They bantered so well, it seemed real. And it sucks you really can't count the Portal Spider-Man scenes, because those scenes were just mic drops with Toby walking through and Andrew walking through again. Goosebumps. And here's the thing that really, really sucks. When I was going through these and I was looking at all the movies, even to things like Hellboy and The Mask, and it's just nothing fell outside of it MCU. It sucks. Batman vs Superman, everyone knows I don't care for, but there is a cool Batman fight in it. Really cool Batman fight. But that's not really, it's just a fight scene, This was Dr. Ock fight scene, but then it goes to him stopping the bus, using all his strength. It's emotional. Goes to him being carried, of New York taking care of him, and seeing him unmasked. There's a lot going on. It's not just Batman beating the crap out of everybody and something else big and gets carried on into a story. There's not, and people can even argue, let's say people love 2025 Superman and they love the speech, which I've covered before, but the speech, it ends there. Nothing else happens after that. There has to be not just a mic drop moment. There has to be something there going on with it. And I think this scene, which is incredible scene, we get the fight that ties in with the stopping the train, and to him being held by New Yorkers like Jesus. It's comic poetry, but I do think there are others, and it's hard. It's really hard. So let me think what I had. Big moment for me, and I hate putting this out there, but I get panic attacks, agoraphobia. I don't go out much. I'm getting a lot better than I was. But before, when the Avengers came out, it was heartbreaking to me. I couldn't go into a theater without having a panic attack. I think the last movie I saw in theaters was Thor. I saw Dark Knight in the movies, and Thor, after that, I got really bad panic attacks. I seen The First Class in theaters. So I didn't get to see X-Men. I didn't get to see Avengers in person, sadly. I had to watch a bootleg, which don't do. It's not right. Support, I bought enough merchandise that it's fine. But even with it being like that, it was at my home watching it, and even to this moment, I feel it right now in my body coming. When I feel it, it's just, you feel it when when Banner turns around in the New York fight and says, "That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry." And he turns and he oh my, my eyes get a little watery. It just was a moment, man. And I'm on my couch watching a grainy version of it, not the best version. I mean, it's watchable, but I was there was a lot going on with me that time. The moment, seeing Hulk, the line, Avengers finally coming together, being sad I was in the theaters to see it, that killed me. It hurt me so much that that's my memory. But I still will go back to the memory and remember how amazing it was. And what leads into that is going to be, the whole circle shot. So that for me is up there. I don't know if that beats the Spider-Man scene, because I don't know how long it takes to get to the 360 shot from there. I think it's pretty close. If it could connect to it pretty well, it would be really up there. But I don't think they connect as well fast enough. And the reaction with him changing, people, from what I watched the videos and stuff, lost their mind seeing Hulk be Hulk. Because we only got a few things with Hulk. He's more in the dark, and you didn't see much of him. And the only thing we got was Norton's, and this time we seen a really cool part. Just how it was done, but whatever. Let's see. There's a few. I don't know which one I would go with. That's one of my favorites. 3 Spider-Mans unite. Yeah, that I already talked about a little bit. Like I said, the portal scenes were pretty cool with them coming through. Those were really goosebumps. But them all landing together after, I would say, the speech, and them all talking together, and the Spider 1, Spider 2, and Garfield's like, Spider number 3, and that whole speech leading up to them swinging and ready to fight like they need a plan, that's up there. I might put that above that Doc Ock scene. it's hard because the Doc Ock scene has action, has like fearlessness going on, and it has emotion. With this, we have, and he said like a nostalgia because you watched it a long time ago. With this, we have nostalgia because it's all the Spider-Mans we've ever seen, and that helps lean towards that scene because how big that is. But it's definitely up there. I think it could be better. It's a hard argument, but I think if you count the talk when they're trying to figure things out to them all swinging together, landing on the Statue of Liberty, such a great moment. Rocket and Yondu's escape, people are going to gloss over this one because it's mainly just action. We don't get much motion in it. The music is what makes a lot of things in movies. A lot of people like scores, which I get. Scores are very, very... I don't like Wonder Woman that much, but when her score hits, it hits, dude. It's good. And I think real music, when it drops in, it could be very helpful and make it look right. And so the song hitting with Yondu and his arrow going everywhere, and they get to the point where they're, sitting in the middle of the console and they're shooting everybody. I think it's up there for me. It's really stylish. It's like unforgettable, but I don't think I could put it past this scene to be the most iconic scene. I don't think it's even near it, but it's one that came up to me and I'm like, man, I really, really like this. I don't want the people are all gonna hate is Captain Marvel. When she finally, I again argue all the time I like Captain Marvel. That might make you guys discredit anything I say. And I'm sorry, I look at things different. I have different angles the way I look at movies. But the using no doubt, I'm just a girl, even though everyone's like, oh, it's all woman power or whatever, dude. It was sick. Showing how powerful she was. People sleep on Captain Marvel. Read the comics. I can't say watch cartoons. There's no cartoons with them really. There might be some with her, but she's OP, dude. I mean, at least they showed a little bit in it to you guys where Thanos like headbutted her and she just looked at him like, are you shitting me? Like, that ain't gonna do shit to me. She's crazy. And that moment where we see she's been held back the whole time and the music hits, and I think the music is a big thing too. The music plays a huge part in it, but again, it's down there with the Groot and Rocket scene. It's a cool moment, and on top of it is Captain Marvel. She's not as iconic as Spider-Man or as the Spider-Man scene. Like I said, it sucks because there's no DC ones that I could really thought of. Like, I mean, Harrison has a good fight through the club, but it's not like iconic, I don't know, but yeah. So Captain Marvel, again, I think that was a great scene. I'd put it in one of my top scenes of superhero movies. Again, people will hate it. It's fine. I don't care. But yeah, just come at me about that. I don't care. God, that one's really good too. I don't know. The hallway scene in Guardians 3, again, I don't think it could beat it, but the fight with the one single shot with again, music plays such a big part with Beastie Boys coming. Man, dude, I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. I grew up with a lot of hip hop and I love Beastie Boys, and it's just such a cool moment. And I think also I would clip into that is the breakout scene with the Guardians. Soon as it all starts, the group setting off the alarm, all the shots that we're getting, the angles, people are doing what they're supposed to do. And especially till this day, my kid, he was little and he used to do the, oh yeah. And oh man, it gives me chills again. When Rocket just caught his gun and he's like, this is my shit, basically. And he just starts wailing on everybody. Oh, I'm getting chills. And Groot's like going off, while he's doing it. Oh, I got chills everywhere. It's such a good scene. But like I said, it doesn't really hold a lot where you're going against the Spider-Man one where it has emotion and a lot of stuff invested into it. It's just hard because they're such great scenes, but can they hold up to this scene? And it sucks because you could mainly took out the Spider-Man fight out of this thing and it would hold it probably its candle because of the sacrifice he's making and then the whole Jesus moment and all that. And the fans, or not fans, the patrons, the normies, the people on the street, citizens holding him. Strange, I think people underlook in Multiverse of Madness. People underlook a lot of things in Multiverse of Madness. People give that movie shit, and I think it's because Scarlet Witch is Scarlet Witch's movie. She took it over. I think Doctor Strange is done brilliantly by Benedict. I think he's a savage as Doctor Strange. I'm so happy. There was other people I wanted to play him, and he was up there. But when he got cast and finally was him, I think we are, what the hell? I think we are so blessed to have such a cool actor play such a cool character perfectly. So with that being said, the note scene where they're fighting with the notes, that's a really cool scene. But I think a moment is when he possesses the dead body, and he's like all zombie strange, and the visuals are crazy. And with Sam Raimi doing it with the horror elements with it, and how he's changing, and he puts it's just unique. It's just like a different moment. But if you're a big horror fan, Doctor Strange fan, like my cousins will die for Doctor Strange. That moment, to me, there's a lot of cool Doctor Strange moments, like the Dormammu thing. It's a cool moment, but I don't think it's like iconic, and even this one, I don't think it could fall in iconic, but I think it's such a slept on scene where he's transforming and he just makes these demons work for him, and it's just, I don't know, it's underrated. But again, I don't think I could put it there. Am I down to my last ones? All right, so there's a couple. Okay, God, man, this is hard because I don't want to make a super long video. Captain America lifting up Mjolnir, great scene. I think, again, I didn't watch it in theaters. I'm sorry, guys. If I was in that moment, to this day, I'm gonna go watch it when it goes back in theaters. Now, I'm getting my anxiety a little bit under control. I'm not 100% great, of course, but I'm able to do some things. I'll probably be there a little panicky, but I'm gonna sacrifice it because I have to see Endgame in theaters, and they're gonna re-release it with more pieces. And I saw the reactions to him getting the hammer and it floating to him. And I think this could be up there more than the snap, with him having it go to him, Thor saying I knew it, and him just going ape shit on Thanos. And then, everyone kind of joins in or whatever. But I think that could be up there. I honestly do. I think that could beat out the Spider-Man scene, because the emotion of feeling all this time, and it's kind of sucked because you have so much build up to it, but all this time, we knew Cap was worthy, but then him to get it and it slowly floats to him and he catches it in such a cool way, and I'm getting goosebumps saying it. And Thor is just like, I knew it. It's just such a good part. And then it's not like he just catches it and just swings at him. He puts in combos with it, with the shield, and it's ridiculous. It's so freaking good. That I think that could beat it, to be honest with you. Another thing for me was Thor arriving in Wakanda. That was crazy. I don't know if that would beat it, but that scene is crazy because they're almost shit out of luck, and it's not looking good at that moment. And then Thor just comes and clears it, and him landing, and he has Groot with him and Rocket with him, and it's just such a cool moment. And he screams or whatever, where's Thanos or something like that. It's just such a badass scene. They use the Rainbow Bridge. We get to see, you could connect it kind of with the Stormbreaker being forged, and we know that Thor lost everything, but you could put all those deeper into it. But I don't think that could take away the spot from Spider-Man. And right after he does it, the fight happens and stuff. So it's such a good moment. But I don't think you could do it like this, how they're copying the scene, all that. For me, people are going to hate this one, but it's up there for me. Just how badass it is. And again, it's with music too. When Thor in Ragnarok, which a lot of people hate, is getting choked out, ripped eye out, and all that against Hela, and his dad flashes in front of him. Again, we got some emotion going on. And are you the god of hammers? Oh my God, see, I get the chills again, these moments. That's why I love being a superhero fan. I really do. I really love being a superhero fan. I do. I'm very appreciative and grateful we have superhero movies. When that moment happens and the immigrant song kicks on, after he shocks her and he flies down and starts raiding, I guess them we want to call raiding moves with him, and we get a slow shot of Loki walking and he flips his knives, and it's such a sick part. And I don't know where it connects to where Hulk catches Fenris Wolf by his tail, but and then we got a really cool shot of Valkyrie walking with the fireworks going off behind her, and she just looks like she's gonna, oh man, I feel like my nipples are getting hard. She's about to slay, And she's like walking up to them, and again, this all builds up in that one scene, and the immigrant song's playing over it, and it's to them all going through everybody. That for me, I think I would pick over the train scene myself personally. Again, people were like, why is Ragnarok? Why is Thor? It's Hulk I don't like. I don't know, but I thought all of it was amazing. It came together nicely. The music was just it. Oh my god, yeah, so good. God, I don't know if I should get to am I at my bottom two that I think are really up there? Yeah, I guess. Okay, so I think Deadpool and Wolverine is pretty epic for what we got. I think we built it up a lot. We never thought we'd see the day Wolverine crossing over, kind of, and see the suit and see the mask and them walking out slowly, and that Madonna pin drop comes, and he puts on the mask, and Deadpool's like you're saying, like the good stuff basically, and they go off, and then they get that cool scene of them breaking through the window together, and Wolverine is doing a Wolverine pose and Deadpool's doing a Deadpool pose. I mean, I think that takes it away. The only thing it sucks, it doesn't take away, it doesn't give a lot of emotion from them in the movie, but I think from the fans you get emotion. You're like, oh my god, finally, I feel so good about this. Wolverine is here, dude. Like, this is Wolverine. And if you're like, that's my favorite superhero. If you're a big Wolverine fan, like, that was like your moment. It just felt so good. And to see it, the mask, it's just like everyone always said these masks won't work and you can't do wide eyes, and it works so good. And the fight is bloody and crazy and funny, and they get the shot where they do basically a freeze frame. And what helps a lot, again, the music, the Madonna song kills it, layers on it so well. It almost doesn't fit, but it fits so good that it works. Whew. My heart's going a little bit. So my number one, I think, and no one's gonna like this. No one on here is gonna say no, it shouldn't be. But I think the one that did it for me the most at what carried on emotion, what added to the drama, what gave us action, what made us nerd out. And I think a lot of that has to add with like rising to the moment, I think Thor got that moment in Ragnarok where he had to rise to the moment or whatever. And for me, I think it's better. It might be right there with Wolverine and Spider-Man, right there with Thor. He's not the god of hammers. But when Hawkeye is talking to Scarlet Witch and saying what we're all thinking, like, what the hell's going on? I'm just a guy with a bow and arrow. And even kind of gets me a little bit now that I think about it. He talks to her, she's scared, and he's like, once you step out this door, you're an Avenger. And that speech, that little speech, just like, it was dope, especially coming from Clint. It wasn't coming from a superhero like Cap or high-tech Iron Man or anyone that's like a big powerful person. It came from the regular guy on the team, and he's talking to a girl that could change reality. She might not know it yet, but she can. And he's making her feel comfortable and saying, like, I know this is crazy, I'm shooting arrows at robot people, this is nuts, but the whole thing is like, when you step out this door, like, if you're gonna come with us, you're an Avenger. And that slow-mo of her walking out and just starts knocking people left and right, and then that leads into the group shot of the camera panning around with a million Ultron drones. You see Quicksilver, I'm getting chills right now, Quicksilver flying around, punching them, Hulk's grabbing them, throwing them, Thor's like shocking them, Cap's just it's just, oh man, it just goes into such emotion ramped up into action. And it's kind of reverse of the Spider-Man. We got a lot of action, and then it went to the emotion of Peter sacrificing himself. And I think that's a big part too. Sacrificing makes that really good, because he sacrificed his life to try to save these people, and that puts it up there. So you could use that in your argument. And again, I'm not saying they're wrong, I'm just saying I think there's others that I would put up against it. But God, man, I'm sorry, Age of Ultron slept on a lot, but that everything you hate about it. Go ahead, hate everything about it, but just focus on that scene for me, and tell me that it didn't seem powerful. Tell me it didn't feel like something, right? Tell me like you didn't like hearing Hawkeye talk to them, and this is when they were kind of upset that Hawkeye didn't get much to do in Avengers 1, and they're like, we need more Hawkeye. So you notice in number 2 they gave him a lot more lines and a lot more stuff to do, and this was a pivotal moment, and they had it come from him. And just like I said, the speech and the slow-mo of her walking out and just not holding back and just whooping everyone's ass, and it leads to the back-to-back fight against all the Ultrons, and everyone's going at it. It's not just 5 characters, it's like whatever, 8 of them, whatever it is. It was just savage, and it's up there for me. I think it's one of my favorite. It's next to Thor, God of Hammers, and Madonna, Wolverine, and Deadpool. I think those could go up there next to that. Go up against the train. It could go up against the train scene. But again, mine are very controversial. Mine are coming from movies that either people hate or people think are fan service, like Wolverine and Deadpool. They don't care for them, like Ragnarok. Avengers is probably the least liked Avenger movie. People used to really hate Age of Ultron, but now that everything's come out, I think people are appreciating more. I actually want to do a video on Age of Ultron, but I think people see it now. I think I don't even need to, that how important it was and how it lined up to the Infinity Saga and what it all meant to that. But yeah, so those are my picks. Hopefully I don't get eaten up. Who knows? We'll see. I hope people see it. And tell me your favorite action scenes, or I don't want to say just action, because action is like, you could just pick, like I said, Ben Affleck and Batman vs Superman. It's a great action scene. But I'm talking about like movie scene, iconic moment, you know. And of course you have to have it like kind of like, it can't be just boom, this happens, like Hulk smashes Loki back and forth, like cool, iconic, you know. Him saying just a snap of Thanos, but like the whole Iron Man snapping and Thanos's people waving by, him dying and people coming up to him, that whole like scene coming together is understandable. But I don't know, it's hard with that Superman or that Spider-Man sacrifice. But anyways, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what scenes do it for you. Even what gives you goosebumps. I don't know how many times I talked about things and they gave me goosebumps. What scenes in movies, what other movies outside of MCU, because I honestly tried. I tried so hard, and I'm looking in Darkman. I'm looking to everything, and I feel bad because I can't find like an iconic moment where it's like a whole thing put together to make such a successful piece. Even for someone that loves the '89 Batman, there's nothing that really was like iconic for me. Like the fight at the end's cool, but it's not doing it for me. Yeah, so it was just rough, man. People will probably say something of Man of Steel. People know I'm not the biggest on Man of Steel. There was nothing I could think of. You know, they have crazy fights and stuff like that, but nothing that leads all together. Yeah, I don't know. It was really hard to think. Even like Justice League fighting against Superman, it just didn't give you, like, for me, that it might have been awesome for some people to get the feeling to see their guy, but they've done it Superman a million times, so I don't know what you would feel in that moment, what was new, what was different. But we're going off iconic like scene, and it was just hard. It was really hard, and I got stuck in the MCU. I tried really hard. I was thinking of Kick-Ass. There's a good shootout at the end, but it can't top a lot of these ones I'm talking about. So anyways, you guys tell me what you think. Tell me which ones are your favorites. Tell me if I'm like way wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, tell me why it's bad, because I want to know, because these things are like shaking me up, like giving me goosebumps, giving me amped, my heart's going crazy. I'm getting a little shaky, adrenaline from just how excited I am talking about these scenes. They're just, and there's a lot of moments. There's a million moments in comic book superhero movies, so don't get me wrong. Like DC, there's a million great comic book movies. Hellboy, there's a great million comic book movies that just have great like moments, I should say, not like a whole like scene put together with emotion and all that kind of stuff going on. But yeah, tell me what you guys think, and if you don't like what I say, explain to me why is it kind of not cool or whatever. But yeah, talk to me later. See you.